Hello, my name is Jason, and welcome back to I Have a Story. Today I'm here with my rant about AT&T because they are literally just wrecking my life, wrecking it. I've had service now with them for 3 years, and for the entire 3 years I've had service with them, for some reason there's some sort of problem in my network all the time. Just my personal service. When I was married and had my wife here, she had the same service and never had a problem. My next door neighbor, he never has a problem. My counselor had the same problem I did, and she finally switched and went back to Verizon and never had that problem again. I don't have that option. Where I'm at, all I have is an AT&T tower. She's in town, and they have Verizon up in town. I don't have it here. Actually, that's about an hour away from here, 40-ish minutes away. Several towns away. That's actually kind of like a city. So my problem is I will have, and as you can see on the screen, I will be putting these up here. I will have service. I'll show 4 or 5 bars even, and I don't have any actual service working. And these pictures, these screenshots are just over the past couple of days that this is happening. I've been going through this now for a couple of months. Our tower went down completely, and then when it got back up, I was still having issues and just thought, okay, the tower still needs to be fixed. I waited it out and nothing was changing, so I finally called in and no, the tower's fine. It's actually my service again. Over the past 2 weeks now, I've called 5 times on the phone with them. I've recorded all of them. I'm going to play one today, my call with them today, because this is just ridiculous. In the past year and a half alone, they keep telling me my SIM card's bad. You need to go buy another SIM card. So let's rewind back to Father's Day 2022. Friday, my phone quit working. I hadn't talked to my kids in months, and I had to get a court order to be able to talk to them on Father's Day, which lasted a whopping 8 minutes until they were getting the kids off the phone with me. Friday, my phone quits working. So I go over to my neighbor's house and ask him to use his phone. He's got a house phone, and he's an elderly man. It's Ralph that you hear me talk a lot about. So I go over to his house, and he says, sure, Jay, come on in, use the phone. From Friday to Sunday, and Father's Day was that Sunday, from Friday to Sunday, I spent 18 hours just on the phone with them. I couldn't even leave his house because they were calling me back and calling me back and calling me back. In that time period, they told me my SIM card was bad, and I drove an hour and a half round trip to the AT&T store, got another SIM card, came back. Nope, that still wasn't the problem. Oh, well, it's your phone. I drove another hour and a half round trip, came home, put the SIM card in the phone, still doesn't work. Oh, we found your problem. It's in the network, your system. It's fixed. We promise. You'll hear, you play these recordings, I hear it over and over. We promise this will never happen again. Over the past 2 weeks, it's happened. I've talked to these people 5 times. Today was the 5th, and I finally had enough. And you'll hear my steam. I finally had enough. 5 times in the past 2 weeks, I talked to these people. Oh, yeah, we found the problem, and this is after they make me do their job, go through my phone and reset all my settings, and then find out it was actually on their end again and again and again and again and again. This never lasts from 2 hours to about 3 months, give or take, is about the best I get. And I'll have perfect service in that time. Then all of a sudden it just quits working again. It's hit and miss, spotty, 5 bars, and still saying I have no service. No network available. Now it bounces from 5 to 2 to 3 to 0 all over the map. And right now, it's probably been at least a half hour since I've been on the phone with them, and I still have no service. 0. I had 5 bars when I was talking to them. Now I have 0 and no service for at least a half hour now. At least. Maybe they shut me off because maybe they're tired of hearing me. Well, I pay them to give me a service they can't provide. And then on top of it, they continuously lied to me. In the past year and a half, I've bought 3 phones because they keep telling me I bought 3 SIM cards. They keep telling me it's your SIM card this time. I promise. We've done everything we can. I promise you this time it's your SIM card. It wasn't my SIM card again and again. Oh, I promise you, you go buy a new phone. I promise you this will work. Go buy a new phone. Still didn't work. The one phone I had, I only had it for 60 days. It was almost exactly 60 days. And it quit working again. And they told me, oh, well, your phone, they told me I needed to go buy a new one because my old one didn't work. It was in my phone. I said, I just bought this phone 60 days ago. These are AT&T branded phones, not Samsung, not Toshiba. AT&T branded phones. I expect them to work on AT&T's network, at least better than anybody else's would, right? So I've asked them to take my phone back. Will you give me my money back since it wasn't the phone and this time it was again in your network? No, we can't give you the money back. Once you buy a phone, it's yours. Well, 7 months ago, I tried getting them to release these other phones that I have that I can't use to somebody else, and they wouldn't do it. They told me they were going to, said, yes, this will be done, this will be done. Yep, we'll call you back tomorrow. And I mean, 7 months later, I've called repeatedly. Oh, they never put in a ticket. Oh, they never put in a ticket, never put in a ticket, never put in a ticket. I promise you I'll put in a ticket. They never did. Ever. I mean, I called for I don't know how many times over several weeks going, can you release this phone? Trying to do it myself through their services that they have through the app and all that, and it's a joke. So today, now they want to tell me, last week, again, I have these recorded because I'm so sick of living under recordings because I'm tired of this being my life with everything I deal with. Now they're telling me that maybe I need to switch my phone number. Maybe that's the problem. I can't switch my phone number. I talk to too many professionals, too many medical professionals, trying to get so many. I have so much stuff. I can't change all that. And then people I don't even know and remember, and numbers that get transferred through different systems that are not going to get updated, that won't get a hold of me, that I need to get a hold of me. I can't do all that. And I don't know how the problem could be in a phone number. I really don't. Maybe it is, but I can't afford to take that risk. I did switch to another company a year and a half ago that runs on AT&T towers. Called them up, said, hey, does your service work here? Oh, yes, it does. Great, then I'll take one of your phones, and I want to switch my plan over on my service and transfer my phone number. Got it done, came home, my phone didn't work. I had no service. I go somewhere where I have service, call them up. I have no service at my house. Oh yeah, there's no service there. Wait, you just told me when I bought the phone that there was. Well, that person must have just checked AT&T towers, not our towers that we release from AT&T. Well, wouldn't that be the only thing you look at? And then it took me weeks of fighting with them. It took me 10 days. I went 10 days with no phone because then I had to fight with them to get them to release my phone number back to AT&T so I could have phone again. 10 days I went. Then it took me weeks and weeks and weeks to get them to refund the money on my phone and everything else because I told them I'm not paying for a phone that I never used and didn't ever work to begin with. It's maddening just trying to have a phone. I mean, this is ridiculous. So over the past 2 weeks, I've been on the phone with them 5 times. Yep, we found the problem, we fixed it. My phone will work perfect, which it never, ever, ever works perfect for more than 15, 20 minutes. Ever when it goes through this. It worked perfectly fine from anywhere between 2 hours and an entire day. But then after that 2 hours or the next day I get up, back to the same thing. How can it work perfect 1 minute and not another? How is it you guys continuously find the problem after running me around for hours and find the problem, tell me you promised me it'll never happen again, it's fixed, it works, and then only for a very brief period of time. Oh, somebody's pulling in the driveway. I gotta stop. Okay, I'm back. I'm not sure where I left off in that first portion of this, and I don't want to start over. So I guess the only thing to do, I just play this recording, and it says it all in this recording. This is my phone conversation with them today, and here I am roughly, I don't know, an hour and a half later after talking to them, and I still have no service. It just got disconnected again, and still no service. Went from 5 bars straight to 0 again, and it's been roughly an hour and a half now since I have had any service on my phone.
Thank you.
This is the 5th time in 2 weeks I've had this problem and called in, and every time they say we found the problem, fixed it, and it'll work just fine for anywhere up to 2 hours to a day, and then it stops again.
Okay, let me take a look. Right now, the phone, what exactly is the problem? Nothing is working, just the calls, text messages, data?
When it won't do anything. I'll show 4 to 5 bars and it'll work for a few minutes, and then it won't for a few minutes, sometimes 10, 15, 20. I don't even know. I set the phone down and come back. Whenever I come back to it, oh, now it'll work again. I'm showing full service, but yet it keeps telling me no network available. I've been going through this for 3 years with you guys. 3 years.
I never make it more than 3 months in 3 years without having this problem. Over the past 2 weeks, it's never been more than 1 day. We keep finding the problem. We promise you it won't happen again. We fixed it, and then the very next day, 2 hours later, back to the same thing. Why is this so difficult?
Let me take a look. Can you provide me the phone number and the zip code?
I already gave him the phone number, and I'm trying to.
2003.
Okay. Your phone is Android, right?
I'm sorry?
Your phone is Android, right?
I don't understand what you're saying.
Your phone is an Android device, right?
An Android, yes.
Okay.
It does this with my phone calls. I mean, I actually got it used against me in court saying I don't want to talk to my kids because I can't because my phone won't work. Now, you guys are costing me my entire freaking life here. I'm going to lose my house because I can't afford to make my payments because I can't get a phone call to make money. I'm losing my kids because I cannot talk to them and it's being used against me. For 3 years, I have been through this with you guys. And I keep being told, go buy more phones, go buy more SIM cards. Even just last week I was told, go buy another phone. No, I'm sick of it. It's not the phone. Every single time I've done that in 3 years, I come back and it still don't work. Oh, sorry, we just bought another phone for nothing.
Okay, let me check here because I am reviewing the information here. Allow me 2 minutes and I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Save up to $60 every month when you add lines to your account. And everyone gets their own plan and their own data. Add up to 4 lines and make one easy payment each month. Restrictions apply. Ask us for details or go to att.com/prepaidfamily. We are working quickly to get to your call. Please stay on the line for the next available representative. Simplify your life with AutoPay. Use PayPal or your credit or debit card to pay automatically and take one thing off your to-do list. For details, ask us for more info or go to att.com/prepaid-autopay. Thank you for choosing AT&T. We look forward to speaking with you shortly.
I'm not sure if I have all these pictures in order. Again, I'm having trouble seeing it again.
Hello, thank you so much for your patience.
Yes.
Okay. I'm reviewing to see if there's any issue with the provisioning. Give me just a second.
And here you see on screen, 5 bars, no network available. I'm a product tester and I can't get my reviews in because I cannot use my phone to submit them. And I'm so far behind. Now look at that. I have service, but no, can't use it. Does anybody else have this problem? I've restarted my phone multiple times. I've updated all my apps.
This
Made
is the
sure.
phone you're calling from, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just needed to confirm. Have you recently, or well, when the problem started, have you recently?
And it disconnects my call. And again, still showing 4 bars on my phone. Oh my God, this is freaking maddening. Well, let's just give it a few minutes and see if they by chance bother to even call me back. I mean, they got my phone number, they know who I am. Think they'll bother calling me back?
They actually do, and I was
That's the third time this
surprised.
has happened in the past 2 weeks just trying to call them.
Just 3 times in the past 2 weeks, my calls have gotten disconnected talking to them. And all these pictures I'm putting on the screen are all just from the past few days.
Or maybe they're trying to call me back and it won't work. I don't know. I mean, I really don't. I screenshot this one too. I mean, I'm showing full 5 bars now. How do I have 4 to 5 bars and I cannot make a phone call?
And this is the picture of my screen that you just heard me screenshot when I just got disconnected.
Oh, they're actually calling me back this time. Hello?
And then I am going to no service.
Hello?
And I have not had service now in
Hello, Jason. The
over an hour.
I'm calling you back.
Yeah, I was showing 4 to 5 bars on my phone and it just disconnects. And I lose service like that. That's 3 times just talking to you guys in the past 2 weeks that's happened.
Okay, but you're still showing the bars, or
Yes, on my phone right now I'm showing 5
or
bars.
is it show, or does it show something else like no service or emergency calls only or anything like that?
It does that when I try to use it. When I just hung up on you, I didn't try to, or when I didn't hang up on you, when it disconnected, I didn't try to use it again and get that error, but that is what I'm getting when I try to use it. I keep getting no network available. It doesn't matter if I try to make phone calls.
Show any issues with the signal itself that it says no service, or does it, for example, you cannot receive a call, but when you get called, or for example, when you cannot receive a call, but it shows that it has signal bars and
Yes,
the person
yes. When it's
just
telling
says,
me,
hey, I cannot call you.
when it's telling me no network available, I still show 4 to 5 bars on my signal. Sometimes it'll drop out to 0. Sometimes it'll still be 4 to 5.
Okay, in this time that you've had issues, these 3 years,
Yes, this has been going on ever
have
since
you
I got
seen- have
service
you
with you
noticed,
3 years ago.
Have you changed the device itself, the phone?
Yes, because you guys have told me 3 times just in the past year and a half I had to go buy a new phone. I've had to go buy new SIM cards, and never one time did that fix the problem, not once. And then I even tried releasing, about 6-7 months ago, I tried getting 2 of those phones released to somebody else because I don't need these phones just flaying around. I'm tired of looking at what I spent money on, so much money.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay, yeah, for a a moment it distorts.
And even trying to get my
I
phones
see.
to transfer to somebody else, you guys gave me the runaround. And here I am 6-7 months later and never even a call back
I
as
was
to
checking
getting that done.
here if maybe you had some restrictions or anything like that, but no, nothing out of the ordinary on the account on our end.
No, unless you guys are doing something on my account, this is the only thing out of ordinary is that I can't have a phone that works. I buy AT&T branded phones specifically because it should work hand in hand with AT&T, right? I'm not buying Samsung devices. I'm not buying Toshiba devices. An AT&T branded phone should work hand in hand with AT&T, I would think.
Yes, and really, normally people do not have this kind of issue in their day-to-day. So, for example,
I do know people who have had this problem with AT&T. Even talked to my counselor about it. She dropped you guys because she had this exact same problem with you. But I have no choice because it's all I have here is AT&T.
It could be something with your zone, with the zone that you're in, because I'm checking and the towers are there, are working. But if you have other people having these issues while you are located in the same area, the same roof area as you, it could be something with the provisioning on the area.
No, she lives in the city almost an hour away from here. That's why she was able to switch to a different company because she has other towers. I don't have any other tower but yours. I have no choice. Or else I'd have been gone 3 years ago. I had Verizon for 15 years and never had a problem like this with them once. But yet no more than 3 months I have this problem with you every single time for 3 years. When my wife was here, she had an AT&T phone. She never had this problem one time, but yet it continuously happened with mine. I go buy a new phone. That didn't fix the problem. I even came home and activated that phone, and immediately it would not work. You guys have had me do that 3 times just in the past year and a half, and I'm not buying any more phones. And obviously, in a year and a half, these phones have a 1 to 2 year warranty on them, then you should be replacing my phone for me. But you wouldn't even do that. And then after I bought a phone and it wouldn't work, you still wouldn't refund me the money on my phone. I spent $300 in 1 weekend and 18 hours on the phone with you guys. And instead, you gave me back $20 to make me happy? That didn't make me happy. I want to know, can I get put on AT&T's payroll since I can't make any money myself and I got to spend so much time working with you guys and giving you what money I do have? Can I get put on AT&T's payroll?
Yes, I understand. I understand that you are frustrated about this, and let me see what we can do. Allow me 2 more minutes and I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't know if I said it in the first segment that I made of this. I did a year and a half ago switch to a different company that runs on AT&T towers. I called them. They told me, yes, we work at your house. Gave them my address. Came home with the phone. It didn't work. Called them back. Had to go drive to where I got service. Called them back. They said, oh, no, it doesn't work at your house. They must have just looked at AT&T towers, not which ones we lease. Why would you even have 2 different maps in front of you? Only thing that's relevant is which one's going to work for me. I went 10 days without a phone because it took them 10 days to release the number back to AT&T. I can't go 10 days without a phone again, and I'm scared to try to switch to another company to find that out. And it took me weeks for them to give me my money back for the phone and the service that I paid for and never ever used. We don't refund phones. Well, you guys told me it worked, and it didn't. And finally, they did actually refund all my money back to me. It shouldn't have all these headaches and aggravations. This should be pretty simple, cut and dry stuff, right? I mean, why would you tell me somebody else's service and not your own? That doesn't even make sense. But that's what happened. It doesn't make sense that I got to continuously go through this every day to 90 days with this company. So what do? I'm asking them, people, do you have any ideas out there? What do I do? I can't switch my number. I just can't. And that's what his advice is at the end of this. And then at the end of this, we get disconnected, and he never calls me back.
Hello, Jason. Thank you so much for your patience.
Yes.
Okay. Right now, I am suspending and restoring the line to check that and if it makes any difference, because from what I see, it's been done before, and of course, usually it helps with provisioning. The thing is, of course, we do not want a temporary solution. We want something that actually fixes the problem.
Yeah, they keep doing
And
it. It keeps fixing it, but it doesn't last.
Yeah, and you've been basically doing every single trick on our book for troubleshooting.
But every time they finally figure it out, they say we found the problem, they fixed the problem, it works perfectly fine from anywhere for 2 hours up to a couple of months, and then back to the same thing. Over the past 2 weeks, that has happened to me repeatedly, and it has not lasted more. It'll work perfectly fine for 2 hours to 1 day. And I finally get a whole bunch of stuff done, and it works great throughout that entire rest of my day. I wake up the next morning, back to the same thing. Call back in. Oh, yeah, we found the problem. We promise. I mean, do you guys know what the word promise means? We promise. I've heard that 3 times in the past week alone. Promise this will not happen again. And I wake up the next day, and it does. I wake 2 hours later, it does. And just continues to happen. How is this? I don't get it.
To be honest, the only thing that I can think of that hasn't been done on your account would be actually changing the number. And it is something that sometimes on these cases, on these extreme cases, I've heard it works. But of course, changing numbers is something very, very radical as a solution. And you need, and yeah, I understand that you need your number, and nobody wants to change their number if they don't have to.
No, I have way too many professional people to even go through to try to figure out. I see so many doctors and so many medical professionals, and I can't change my number.
Yeah, I understand that. Okay, give me just a second. Let me see. Because in matters of, in terms of things that haven't been done up until now, that's the only thing that I see here that hasn't been tried. But of course, as mentioned, we're not going to do that. It's something that's out of the table. In this case, just mentioning about a threshold, so about nuclear options, so to speak. But yeah, okay. Right now, I would like you to reset the network settings. I understand this is something that you've done countless times at this point. But it is always a very good that if at least temporary.
And lost him again. And now I have no service. Nothing. How do I go from 5 bars to 0?
And as of right now, it's been an hour and a half since I've talked to him, and I still have 0 service. Emergency calls only. And I wait for him to call me back, and this time they never do. I'm asking anybody out there know how to fix this. I literally just go through this over and over and over and over again. I complained with the company. They gave me back $20 for that weekend I spent 18 hours on the phone, 3 hours round trip driving, wear and tear in my vehicle, and spent $300. They gave me back $20 and thought I should be happy. Went through it again. I filed with the Better Business Bureau, and they called me back. We'll give you 2 months of free service. That should make you happy. Yes, that makes me so much happier to lose, what I'm losing with my children, to possibly be losing my house because I am handicapped, I am disabled, I have severe medical conditions, and I have no income. I have to pay bills in order to survive and keep a roof over my head. So I buy and sell stuff and fix things as I'm capable. It may take me 2 weeks to fix something that would normally take me a day or two, but I just keep trucking along, and I got to make money somehow. That's part of doing these YouTube channels is I got to make some money somehow. I've been even applying for jobs, and they won't give me jobs because I cannot not be upfront about my medical conditions. Things are going to happen. I'm going to have my struggles. I have to be honest with them, and I can get severely injured if I'm not honest and try to do stuff or push to do things I can't do. I'm trying to find ways to make money. I can't. I just went 3 weeks without being able to post anything up for sale. 3 weeks. That's a whole entire month's income to pay my whopping $200 a month in bills that I got to try to come up with. And I couldn't do it. And fortunately, I had a friend bail me out. Then finally, my phone started working again. Finally, I was able to post stuff again and pay back the person that I borrowed the money from and try to catch back up on my bills again. And it's not easy. I mean, it's not every day you can just look online and find stuff to buy and fix and sell. It takes time, and I struggle with a lot of it. But I try to do the best I can and keep trucking forward and try to do what I can. So I'm asking anybody out there know what to do about this. Again, I'm afraid to switch companies because I can't go without service again, and I can't keep dealing with this either. So I'm losing it all.